morning. Good morning. Check, 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 check. Hey, 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 hey. You hear me? Oh, I never turned on my amplifiers. Check, check. Good morning. Check, 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 check. I think so. Thank you.
All right, good morning. I'm Interim Deputy Commissioner Christopher Chapin. I want to welcome everyone to the City of Cleveland Division of Emergency Medical Service graduation ceremony for the class of 2023-02. Would everyone please rise Officer Pete Williams, who will perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we launched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, please take your seats. Thank you, Officer Williams. I wanted to thank all of our honored guests for being here today. The Honorable Mayor Justin Bibb, Chief Director of Public Safety Carrie Howard, City Council President Blaine Griffin, Public Safety Committee Chairman Michael Polensik, Assistant Safety Director Carlton, Assistant Safety Director Coulter, Assistant Safety Director Jakima Dye, Assistant Director Holt, the CARE Executive Board, and all the families of these cadets who have and will continue to support them through the Academy and their careers at the Division of EMS. It is now my privilege to introduce the Mayor of the City of Cleveland, the Honorable Justin M. Bibb, who will administer the oath of office.
Thank you. Good morning. You guys can do better than that. Good morning. It is so good to be here for this special occasion. I think it's always important to acknowledge those who have made this day possible for each and every one of you. So today we are not just celebrating these fine, amazing graduates, but also celebrating your family members. So let's give your family members a round of applause if we can. Also, the amazing leadership of our EMS department who made this training possible. Let's give them their celebration and kudos too, if we can as well too. I'm a son of a first responder, and so I know firsthand the sacrifice, but the amazing vocation that being a first responder is in our great city and in our great nation. And so as the mayor of Cleveland, I wanted to say thank you to our graduates for stepping up, for believing in the power and the importance of public service, but also for your care and commitment to the residents of Cleveland. In many cases, you all would be the first representation of what local government is in our city. Because many of our residents, particularly those who don't have a lot of resources, are going to rely on you for world-class healthcare service, but just world-class service in general. And so my only call to action is to recognize the power of your job, the power of your vocation, and continue to serve our city with the best that you have. And you have my commitment as the mayor to do whatever I can, and my administration's support as well, to ensure we give you the support, the resources, and the tools to live out your purpose every single day as you take this oath of office. So let's stand and let's start this important next chapter in your respective journeys. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and the laws of the state of Ohio, the charter and ordinances of the city of Cleveland, obey the rules and regulation and orders of the Division of Emergency Medical Service, and will discharge the duties of my office with professionalism and character to the best of my knowledge and ability, providing quality care to all those in need. So help me God. Congratulations, graduates. Let's give a round of applause.
Guys can have a seat. Thank you, Mayor Bibb. Now, in place of Chief Director Howard, who's having some throat issues, I'd like to introduce Assistant Director Carlton. Thank you.
Thank you, Commander Chapin. Obviously, everybody sees Chief Director Howard sitting here, but he asked me to step in because he has lost his voice. So, actually, I was a little bit excited to come up. For those of you that don't know me, I was EMS Commissioner for 11 years and did the first 29 and a half years of my service with the city with the Division of EMS. So I was more than happy to come in and step in for you, Director. What I noticed as the mayor was swearing everybody in, you guys look really scared. And I just want to add that have the courage, be happy. You are joining a wonderful team and a mighty small team. Of all the divisions within public safety, people think of police and fire, and they are very big. But I will share with you, EMS is a smaller division, but a very, very mighty division, and you should be proud. As I was told to talk this morning, it gave me a moment to think about the Division of EMS and the citizens and visitors of Cleveland and the role of EMTs and paramedics have as pre-hospital care providers. As you are called to an emergency scene, the encounter that you will have with patients and their families is an extremely personal experience for them, and it will impact their lives in ways that you will probably have never thought of before. You have the skills and knowledge that your team gave you to provide pre-hospital treatment and transport, but just as important of the care that you provide is the ability to provide comfort and empathy to the families during their time of need. You will provide care to those with chronic illnesses that I'm sure you've seen, you will see multiple times throughout a year, and then others that you will see just once that are having a significant life-changing emergent medical need. All of your patients and their families will place their lives in your hands, having faith in your skills and knowledge to help them in their time of need. I have mentioned the impact that you will have on the patients. However, the biggest impact is the one that the patients will have on you. There are moments that you will cry and moments that will bring you joy. There are patients who will have a significant impact as you tend to their medical care. There are patients who will teach you, but you have to take the time to listen to them. Every encounter will define who you are as an EMT or as a medic as you advance your career. It can obviously be very challenging and overwhelming at times as patients are placing their lives in your hands. At those times, it is critical to remember you are never, ever alone. You have a very good partner with you. You also have sergeants, commanders, assistant or captains, deputy commissioners, and commissioner to help you. You remember if the medical condition is very complex to reach out to the medical directors that are just a phone call away for you. And that if the task is really daunting, you have captains that are also a phone call away. And then there's also your peers. If during the call or after the call you need to talk to somebody, make sure you take care of yourself as well. It is now your time to make a difference in the life of the citizens and visitors of Cleveland and to heal them. And I want to say congratulations on your very, very important day. Thank you.
Thank you. Assistant Director Carlton. I'd now like to introduce the Commissioner of the Division of EMS, Orlando Wheeler.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of our medical director, who could not be here today, he wants to congratulate these 6 cadets that sit here before us. So today is a special day we're gathered here for. In celebration and happiness of these 6 cadets making it through this strenuous and mentally taxing 6 to 12 weeks. I say 6 weeks because 6 weeks were where they were putting in the most work. 12 weeks they've been here putting up with me, because I go in every Monday and I speak to them and I ask them how their ride time was. I ask them, is there anything I can do to help them grow into EMTs and paramedics that they need to be. And I want to give a special recognition to Matthew. Matthew, he became a paramedic as he was in EMS cadet training. And he put in a lot of work. That requires a lot of work, because not only was he finishing his paramedic training, but then he was dealing with us on a day-to-day basis. He stayed after for tutoring so he could pass his registry, and it just shows the dedication that he had, as well as the dedication of the other 5 who have spent countless hours away from their family and friends and their extracurricular activities. These graduates have a lot of determination and have persevered through Sergeant McHugh, Sergeant Moyers, Sergeant Lipwitz. I know I messed up your last name, but I always do. As EMTs and paramedics, this is a calling. This is not a job. Job is something that you had maybe beforehand, but this is a true calling to be a public servant, and I respect you all for it. The things that you will endure during your career here are things that most people don't understand. You will see and hear things that would make most people run for shelter. But what do? You run towards it. And I hope that you keep the same tenacity that you have today, 10, 20, 30 years later, because it's important. Through your actions and dedication, you are a beacon of hope, a lifeline for those in need. You will help people under the most daunting circumstances, and sometimes their final moments of life. I hope that you all remember that when you have your difficult days, when you say that this is enough and I want to just leave this behind me and find something else to do. The impact that you have on our community and the families that you serve are lifelong. I remember back when I first started, some of the people that I encountered and the impact I had on their lives, that up until I was promoted to DC and commissioner, I still ran into some of those people, and they thanked me for the knowledge that I gave them, the care I gave them, and I thanked them for the opportunity to take care of them and to make an impact on their lives and their families. So remember the importance of teamwork, communication, and trust. You will never work alone. It's essential to rely on your colleagues and form lasting bonds with them. Those relationships will help you overcome many challenges that you'll face on a daily basis. In the end, your profession is not just a job, it's a calling, like I said earlier. It demands deep compassion, commitment, and sacrifice. You are the ones that protect the welfare of our community and answer at the time of need. In the end, you'll make a difference in countless lives of families and visitors of the city of Cleveland and your coworkers. So congratulations to each of you and a well-deserved professional growth and opportunity to move forward and serve the city and the citizens of the city of Cleveland. So, congratulations. I wish you the best. My door is always open. And as A.D. Carlton said, you have a lot of people who you can reach to in your time of need if you're having a difficult call, if you have questions about the protocol, if you have questions about life. Myself and Sergeant McHugh, we had a conversation this morning about how many people we talk to on a regular basis. It's almost like where I think in my office I need a couch, sometimes for me to lay on and sometimes for me to go ahead and give therapy to some of our employees. So, congratulations, and families, you all have a great bunch that sit here in front of you, and I appreciate you lending them to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Wheeler. I would now like to introduce City Council President, Councilman Blaine Griffin.
Good morning. Well, first of all, on behalf of all the Cleveland City Council, congratulations. I know this is an honor for you and your families, and I want to echo what Commissioner Wheeler just said. Public service is a call, it's a cause. This is not just a job. I don't think any of you took this on just because you wanted a paycheck. I think you took this on because you wanted to be public servants. And let me say this, all of us are public servants, even though the mayor, myself, Councilman Polensik, and others of us have been elected and appointed to different positions. We are one big family at the city of Cleveland, and all of us are public servants just the same. So I want you to carry that with a badge of honor, because these folks in this neighborhood deserve the best that you and we have to offer. I want to say this because it's very important. When I had an opportunity, the good fortune of running a tax levy campaign in 2016 to increase the income tax, the number one thing that everybody was asking for was not the police, unfortunately. The number one thing that people were asking for were not the garbage collection pickup. The number one thing that people valued when we did polling to really understand what people really wanted the investments in their governments to be, it was EMS. People want to make sure that EMS shows up and that they come whenever somebody's in distress and whenever somebody is dealing with a medical emergency. So you guys are first responders, and you guys are very important to the ecosystem of Cleveland. And your best ability is your availability. Because if you're not available, and if you're not mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually invested into what you're doing, then we will all fall short of the service that we believe the people of this city deserve. So I thank you for having the courage to step up and be in public servants. I also like to thank the families, because it takes a commitment from a family, knowing the commitment that my family has to lend me to public service on a regular basis. I can't thank the families enough for all of the support that you've given these young men and women as they pursue their careers in public service. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are a public servant. Public service is an honorable profession, and please, every day, wear it with a badge of honor, because the people of this city deserve it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Councilman Griffin. Next, I'd like to introduce Public Safety Committee Chairman, Councilman Michael Polensik.
Thank you, and it's an honor to be here, and good morning to everyone. You know, I've sit through a lot of these swearing-in ceremonies over the years, and I've often thought to myself, you know, none of us here, those of us who are public officials, nobody drafted us, nobody made us do it, and so to the 6 graduates that are here that were just been sworn in, how appreciative I am, because man, we need you. Okay, we need you in the streets of Cleveland to help us. So often when I see those lime green ambulances driving through my own neighborhood, I often wonder who's in them. Is it a child? Is it an elderly person? Is it someone who's in a car accident? And a lot of people, they don't realize or they don't even think about that until after the fact, until they need it. So I've learned a long time ago how important EMS is to the city of Cleveland. I've been around long enough when I can recall there was not an EMS, and how Cleveland City Council worked tirelessly with the administration at that time, many, many years ago, to create EMS because we wanted to have the best service possible. I believe our EMS is one of the best services around in Cuyahoga County. And I want to thank again those of you who took the time to join our family. Because when I became a part of the city of Cleveland, as a public official, not only was I becoming a member of city council, but I was joining the city of Cleveland family. We are a family. At times we disagree, we argue, but we are a family at the end of the day. And we've got to look out for each other. So again, to the families that are here to support your new members, your new EMTs and paramedics, I say thank you. And hope that you will continue to give them support that they need, because they're going to come home at times, they're going to be beat. And when I heard a commissioner talk about that couch, we got one in the council president's office, okay? Because at times he needs it to figure out who's on first and who's on second. But at the end of the day, again, I want to thank you as chairman of the Public Safety Committee, City Council. I want to thank you for your volunteerism. You became a member of our family, became part of the proud division of EMS. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you and all members of City Council, because we know you are our lifesavers at the end of the day. Thank you. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Palencia. I'd now like to ask our honored guest to form a receiving line. And I'd like to introduce Sergeant Gwendolyn McHugh to present the certificates of completion.
Good morning. Man, these are really aren't they? I would like to say thank you to the families for coming today and being so supportive over the last 12 weeks. I know that it's not been easy for them, because I made it that way, but it wasn't easy for you. I remind them daily that they chose this, not you. And so when they go home at night, you know, there are outlets, like everybody said up here. We are a family. We want to take care of each other. But we have to remember, as EMTs and paramedics, the sacrifices that our families are making also for us to be out and do the public service. So I thank you very much. I'm very proud of the 6 that stand here before us today. They've worked very, very hard. And I just want you to remember the pride that you feel today in this uniform. And as you put your badge on, how hard it was to get here. And the work is just beginning. Now the tough stuff happens, and you're ready for it. And I appreciate you all very much. That being said, I'd like to call up EMT Aiden Butler. EMT Adam Croson. EMT Yasmin Faki. Paramedic Matthew Pickens. EMT Felicia Ship. EMT Thomas Swanner. We could give them all a round of applause. I would now like to call up our class valedictorian, Matthew Pickens.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank everybody for coming out today to support us in graduating the Cleveland EMS Academy. I'm not very good at public speaking, so we're going to make this simple and sweet here. Before we get far into this, I want to personally thank the Commissioner and Sergeant McHugh, as well as everybody else that helped in running the Academy. I could speak for myself and the rest of the cadets here today that we have learned a lot from the first day of the Academy till today. Being in the EMS field is not just about having colleagues, but building a supportive community that helps us thrive. Whether it's sharing a laugh in challenging situations, the bonds we form here in our EMS family are truly special. I want to again take a moment to express my gratitude to our incredible commissioner and all the amazing training sergeants and FTOs who have been there for us, guiding us on how to run EMS calls the Cleveland way. Their expertise, patience, and encouragement have made a world of difference in our training and development. Let's also celebrate the teamwork within our EMS community, because together we can provide the best care possible for the citizens of Cleveland. The challenges we face on a day-to-day basis as Cleveland EMS professionals are numerous, but the rewards are immeasurable. From the joy of saving lives to the satisfaction of making a positive impact, our work is incredibly fulfilling. With dedication, compassion, and a commitment to continuous learning, we will continue to raise the bar and deliver exceptional care. Once again, thank you all for being here today, and let's continue making a difference in the lives of those we serve.
Thank you, Paramedic Pick. Would you all please rise? We don't have a chaplain with us today, but I wanted to say a little prayer for all of the graduates. This is called the EMS prayer. As I perform my duty, Lord, whatever be the call, help to guide me safe from the dangers big and small. I want to serve and do my best, no matter what the scene. I pledge to keep my skills refined and my judgment quick and keen. The calling to give of myself, most do not understand, but I stand ready all the time to help my fellow man. To have the chance to help a child restore his laugh and glee, the word of thanks I might not hear, but knowing is enough for me. The praise of men is fine for some, but I feel truly blessed. Thank you, O Lord. You have chosen me to serve in EMS. Thank you. This concludes our ceremony. We do have some light refreshments in the lobby. Congratulations again to the cadets, and thank you all for coming.